Hey everybody, and welcome to Leia's Lair. In light of the Rise of Skywalker's release this week, we thought in today's episode we would go over the top 10 Episode 9 theories. Number 10. The Millenium Falcon gets destroyed. The sequel trilogy has seen many different original casts meet their end. In The Force Awakens, we said goodbye to Han Solo, and in The Last Jedi, we said goodbye to Luke Skywalker. We can only assume certain characters will meet their end, such as Leia Organa, C-3PO, and probably Lando Calrissian. This means there could be a high likelihood that the iconic ship, the Millenium Falcon, could also meet its demise. We definitely hope this one does not turn out to be true, however we definitely believe this could happen. Number 9. Kylo Ren redeems himself. From the beginning of the sequel trilogy, Kylo Ren has been obsessed with the legacy of his grandfather, Anakin Skywalker.
And I will finish what you started.
The relationship that he had with Snoke seems similar to the relationship of Vader and Palpatine. The movies always give you the sense that Ben Solo is still inside of him. Will the final movie finally have him turn back to the light? As much as we would like this, I think it would be following Darth Vader's story arc a little too much. Therefore, we don't believe this will happen. Number 8. The Knights of Ren are irrelevant. The Knights of Ren were briefly mentioned in The Force Awakens, and we also see them in Rey's Force vision. We are set up for hopefully finding out more about them in The Last Jedi, only to have our hopes sliced in half. They were not in the second installment whatsoever, but we have seen clips from trailers that prove they will be in the new movie to some extent. So the real question is, how much importance will the Knights of Ren play? We can only hope they play a bigger role, however we don't believe this will happen based on previous events of this trilogy. Number 7. Exploring the past through underwater ruins. The first trailer for The Rise of Skywalker revealed two major things. The first is that Emperor Palpatine has a sinister laugh that can survive through anything, even reactor shafts. But also that they revisit the ruins of the second Death Star, which should be crashed in the waters of Endor. Concept art from The Force Awakens reveals that a similar sequence was designed for that film, where they fly the Millenium Falcon underwater to investigate the ruins. Could Palpatine's evil spirit be trapped there? This would be very cool, and would be the only other time in a major Star Wars film where the characters go underwater.
There's always a bigger fish.
We definitely hope this happens, and with J.J. Abrams behind the wheel, we could see him reusing some of his previous ideas in the new movie. Number 6. Reylo becomes true. While there seems to be many fans rooting for Rey and Kylo Ren to become a romantic item, we wondered if this will actually become a thing. We see a flicker of romance in The Last Jedi, and it can only make fans speculate that this will heat up in the final movie.
Do you have something, a cowl or something you can put on?
So will Reylo happen? Our guess is probably not, as it's unlikely for Rey to forgive the supreme leader of her enemy faction. Not only that, but most of the clips of them together in the trailers has them fighting, and what we can only assume as trying to kill one another. Number 5. Anakin Skywalker returns.
This is where the fun begins.
With the supposed return of Luke Skywalker and the Emperor, it sounds like this movie might be full of Force ghosts. Coincidentally, there is also more unused concept art from The Force Awakens of Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader mixed up together as a Force ghost. This, along with the title, The Rise of Skywalker, could give us hope that Anakin will return in some form. We believe this could be the unexpected surprise everyone is hoping for, and seems like a perfect way to end off the Skywalker saga. Number 4. Lando has a daughter. Naomi Ackie is a new character being revealed in The Rise of Skywalker, whom we only know as Janna. With Billy D. Williams making a return as Lando, it could make sense to create a character with more connections to the original cast. We also know how charming Lando could be.
Hello, what have we here?
So this could be possible. Although with Kylo Ren being a Skywalker descendant and Rey's identity still unresolved, we think it might be an unnecessary connection to make Janna a Calrissian. Number 3. The Jedi Order is reformed. With jaded Luke Skywalker wanting the Jedi Order to end for good in the last movie,
It's time for the Jedi to end.
we see Rey at the end have the sacred Jedi text. However, with the title The Last Jedi, we can only assume that the traditional form of Jedi is over, having ended with Luke. Therefore, we could see a reformation of the Jedi Order, having more of a balance, to create something of a gray Jedi in the films. If Rey bases this new order on Luke's teachings, she might decide to call this new faction Skywalker, which would also explain the title being called The Rise of Skywalker. We think it is plausible, as it would be a tasteful way to close out the Skywalker saga. Number 2. Rey's lineage matters. Another common theme in this whole sequel trilogy has been Rey and her past. Is Rey a Skywalker? A Kenobi? A Palpatine? No one? One thing is for sure, Star Wars fans are not satisfied without knowing exactly what her past consists of. If she truly is related to someone from the past, it seems like it would be backpedaling over the revelation of the last film, being that her parents were nobodies.
They're filthy junk traders who sold you off for drinking money.
At this point, we just want more insight into her past and feel that adding the fact that her parents were famous would be too much back and forth. Number 1. Rey killed her parents. A theory into why we don't know Rey's parents or her past is that maybe she killed them. If her parents were junk dealers and she did want them to come back, she might have pulled their ship down unknowingly using the Force. This could have caused her to repress the traumatic memory. This could also cause Rey to have another parallel between her and Kylo Ren, both having killed a parent. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. These theories can only be answered with the release of the new movie. We will be giving our reaction and review to the new movie after we see it this Thursday, so stay tuned for our coverage. Also, what did you think about these theories for Episode 9? Do you think any of them will be true or not? Let us know down below in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more great videos to come. I hope to see you all again in Leia's Lair.